Flosstube. My name is Dawn Marie, and this is DM's Crafty Vortex. This is my channel where I talk mostly about cross stitch, but I also talk about all my other crafty adventures as well. Sometimes I knit, sometimes I diamond paint, sometimes I sew, but always cross stitch, and the cross stitch is always at the beginning. Today is Friday, February 5th. Where did January go? I have to admit, I'm not sad to see it gone, but it did fly by pretty quickly. So we are officially into February. I just wanted to take a moment to thank all of my subscribers, all the returning viewers. We reached 500. Thank you so much. When I started this channel, I was pretty excited at the thought of reaching 5 because I figured that would be my husband, my kids, my mom, and then maybe one spare. But with 500 subscribers, that means we now have a 500 subscriber giveaway. We also have the winners to announce from my last Flosstube. So really excited to get some of these bags out of my house. I used to have an Etsy shop, but it was just too much to have the Etsy shop and the full-time job and family life. So now the only way to get your hands on my bags is to win it through this channel if I happen to do a giveaway. So we will announce those a little bit later, but these were the bags that we gave away last week and names have been picked. So we have the floss bag with the floss on the outside, and we have the floss bag with the floss on the inside. And again, all my big bags do have a extra pocket on the inside. So if you open it up, there is an extra little pocket. If you go on retreat, nice little place to hide your money or your wallet or anything, because nobody expects that extra pocket to be there. So I will announce the winners for this later in the show, the episode, channel, whatever you want to call this, not really a show. Stay tuned and pay attention because I do not email you, I do not comment below. I want my giveaways to go to people who are actually watching, so you do need to watch to see if your name was picked. And then also later, for our 500 subscriber giveaway, it's a complete bag set. So it is the big bag. And just to give you an idea of how big it is, this is a regular piece of paper, 8 by 11. So it's a pretty good size bag. I can't remember. I think they measure to about 14.5 by 17. So you get the big bag. This does not have a pocket. I was making these before I discovered how to make the pockets. But you get the big bag. You get a medium bag. This is super cute fabric. It says things like adventure awaits, life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all. So some really nice, fun fabric. The tiny bag that you can use to just put some floss in, or your notions, whatever you would like with that. And then the needle book. So you open that up, and then there's just some nice little felt to put your needles in, or maybe a little thread so they don't fly away, your extra threads. And there is a pocket on each side. So that is the 500 subscriber giveaway, and later on we'll talk about what you need to do to get into that. I'm going to try to not talk too fast. However, I am on a deadline today, and I'm looking at a watch that I haven't put on because I need to go help my daughter move. She just bought her first condo, and she's moving in today, and she realized I had the day off, so she claimed some of my time. I'm going to go help pack up boxes and stuff. I have to be there about 9 o'clock, so I'm going to try and get this in. I wasn't able to record yesterday after work. It was just too dark out, and it's really hard when you don't have any natural light at all. I'm still thinking my schedule with my new day job and how recording is going to work. I don't know if maybe I'll try to stick to this Friday schedule, or I might try to either bump an extra week or do a week quicker. And I have Wednesdays off every other week, and maybe try to do a Wednesday recording schedule. So if I get enough done between now and Wednesday, I might record again next week and then get into my every other week again. But we'll see, because it's already Friday. I don't know how much I can get between now and Wednesday, and I don't want to bore you with just one monogamous item. But we'll see where we're at. Let's get into the stitching. I have these in no particular order, and they are not ironed, so I apologize again. I'm just really slacking on that front, but it was really the only way to squeeze this in. I don't tend to show you my bags because I've made all my bags. If I buy something from somebody, I will show it so that you can know where I've gotten it, but if it's just something I've made myself, I don't need to show that off. Again, I don't have an Etsy shop, so the only way to get your hands on my bags is to win one through this channel anyways. Now, I am participating in WhipGo. WhipGo is the brainchild of Jessie Marie Does Stuff. That's her Facebook group. And what WhipGo is it's like a bingo board. And you put 25 items, spots. The number 13 is a free spot. She drew 13 on month 1. And then you put the things you want to work on, your goal for working on them. I have not yet completed and completed. As you can see, my goals have been completed already for the month. And we had, for last month, it was work 5 hours on a blackbird design and 5 hours, and I just put golf. That's a full coverage golf piece I'm doing for my husband. And then this month was 4, which was put 5 hours into my linens and threads SAL, and SAL is stitch along. And then it was number 20, which was do 1 row on my sewer row. And my sewer row is what I'm doing through the Fat Quarter Shop. They are doing 1 row a week. I have participated in a lot of new starts and SALs this year, but I'm going to enjoy them. So this one, while it will get done eventually, it's not going to get done with 1 row a week, but I have it on my board a few times. And this is, again, from the Fat Quarter Shop. It is sew by row, and then absolutely adorable. If I get it finished, I want to hang it above my sewing machine. And it's a pattern by Lori Holt of Bee in My Bonnet, and again, you can get it at the Fat Quarter Shop. I'm going to do very little editing today, but I will show you this is what this looked like last time I showed it. And I got my row done, and this is where it's at now. I have coffee in the way. I try not to drink on my show, but I'm going to be rushing out as soon as this is done, and I'm going to need caffeine for today. So here is where I am at, and this row is now complete. I did try to get a start on each row way back at the end of last year so that when I did go do the rows, it'd be a little bit quicker to finish them. Next time it gets drawn, I will work on my pin cushion. If I work on this at all during the month and it's not drawn from WhipGo, I'll just continue on down trying to get the starts done. Different people are doing their WhipGo boards different ways. Some are, if there's something on the board and they finish it now, they cross it off when they come to it. I have decided that if I finish something on my WhipGo board before it gets called, I'm going to replace it with a different item. So for me, there is no pre-finishing. If it gets done, it gets removed and something else goes in its spot. That way, when that number gets drawn in that month, I'm actively working on something in that month. So that is my sewer row. It was a lot of fun to stitch on. And I think it was more fun because it got drawn. I knew I just had to do that 1 row, and I got to put it away, which is kind of the fun of the monthly stitch-alongs, the SALs, is that you work on it for that little bit, and you can put it away, and you don't feel guilty because it's not going to become a WIP. And a WIP is work in progress, for those who don't know all the acronyms, but you know that next month it is going to come out again. So I know it's on my WhipGo board, and I know it will come out again, so I don't feel bad setting it aside for a little bit. The next item I pulled was my linens and threads SAL, and I am loving this. It is a mystery SAL, so you do not know what each month is going to look like. Oh, and the sew by row is just all the called for. I asked for the kit. It's DMC floss. It's just what came in with the kit. I'm trying to get better on remembering to say all that stuff. And again, I don't know if I have. So my linens and threads, this is a free monthly stitch along on the linens and threads site. Okay. So it's stitched on antique white Aida 16 count. And I'm using DMC thread 519. This is February is done. So not only did I put in my 5 hours, and again, not ironed, sorry. Not only did I put in my 5 hours, I put in more and I made sure I finished the box. So February is the box, January was the borders, and then here is February. That is just so pretty and so lacy looking. I love how it's coming out. There's a Facebook group on this where everybody's doing it so differently. A lot of people are going in and picking out all different colors. Some people are making it full coverage. This is my first big stitch along, and I just wanted to be able to relax and enjoy it. So I am enjoying the monochromatic and not having to worry about colors, and I am really just enjoying the simplicity of it. I didn't want to go too crazy on it. So again, Linens and Threads SAL, there is on their website, it's free. You can also see they've deleted off a few, but they do have, I believe, still the 2020 and 2019s that you can download that are completed. That's it for my whip go board. The rest I'm just going to grab at random, whatever order they're in front of me. I started night before last, the Stronger Together. And do I have a picture of it? This is purchased through the Fat Quarter Shop. And it comes with two patterns. It comes with this pattern and this one. I am doing this one, and it's called Stronger Together, and they're celebrating Black History Month. So all the proceeds, I can talk. I'm going to have to talk because I'm not going to edit. And where did I write it down? All the proceeds are benefiting UNCF. So going towards a worthy cause, and you get this beautiful stitch when you're done. Again, I ordered the kit, so I just ordered, it came with the DMC thread pack, and it came with fabric flare. It came with this really big piece of fabric, and this is all I'm using is this little piece, so I have more than enough to do both stitch patterns if I want. And it's fabric flare, aqua dyed effects is the color, 14 count. And this is where I'm at. So I don't know if you can see the white here and here, and then I've got the blue. This is being done as a stitch along, but I'm just stitching as I go as much as I can get done. But I think they broke it down with the outside, then these stars, then these stars, and then the center is how I think the stitch along is going. But I haven't been paying too much attention to the stitch along, and I'm just using this as a filler project at night. But these big blocks of color have just been so much fun when you just want to relax and kind of concentrate on a movie or another floss tube, and you don't have to worry about mis-stitching. And it did come in this cute little pack, the thread. And if you bought the thread pack, you also got the Stronger Together bracelet. And this is a bag that I just made. I had a friend over, I think it was last week or the week before, and I was showing her how to make the bags. So I was sewing this along while she was sewing. My next project is the project that I have to touch every time, especially this month because it's for my best friend and this is her birthday month. Her birthday is the end of the month, so I can't not be working on this during her birthday month. And this is Little Things 2. I have literally been working on this since episode 1. Started this back in August. And it says, friendship is not a big thing, it is many little things. I believe I also have a picture of what this looked like before I started working on it. And this is where I am at now. And if you can't tell what's been done, this border right here is now completed. I had just done the length of it with a few stitches, but now it's completely done. And this heart was not there before. And then the biggest news is I finally ripped out the head, that one stitch, finally got ripped out and moved up where it belonged. I had to take out some back stitching in order to do it. So it does need to be re-back stitched, but it is finally in the position it's supposed to be in. So I really don't have much left. I have to do the top border. I have to do the little dragonfly down here. And then there's a little bit of back stitching in there. And then this will finally be done. And then I just don't know how I'm going to get it to her. Not sure if I want to mail it because I do want to get it framed and I don't want the glass in the frame to break. Or if I'm going to wait for her to come up and visit. She does have family here, so she visits quite often. Her and I will have to discuss that. Next up was a new start. This was a new start I did not plan on starting. I should not have started it, but I started it. I am putting it in this bag that I just made. Now, I made 2 of these bags, and one I mailed off to Pam of Stitching in the Land of Good Enough. We are going on a retreat together in November. We're going to be roommates. Pam, my friend Sue, who was over and I taught her how to make bags, and myself are going to roommate together. So I surprised her by mailing her off a bag, and I also talked her into starting the SAL with Sue and I. I think she's using her bag for this project. I also am using my bag for this project. It is another mystery stitch along because I have decided this year I am in love with mystery stitch alongs. This one is a little more intensive than the others, so the border is not done on it. I think with this I'm just going to slowly work the border as I go. And this is being done on 28 count even weave. If you decide you want to do this, I highly recommend even weave. I am an 8er person, but this cross stitch has a lot of fractional stitches. And where is my, here we go. So this is the border, which I believe probably came out in December, but I am late to the club on this one. And then this is January. So this is the Animal Crossing SAL. And this is where I am at. Am I in the frame? It is super cute, but that border is going to take a while. So I think what I'm going to do is kind of throughout the month, just take a strand of floss every couple of days and try to work it in and work myself over at least to get to February's block. This is released, I believe, on the 15th of every month. So it's not a January 1st, February 1st, which is kind of nice too. This will be released just as I finished up all my January releases. And that is Animal Crossing. I did play Animal Crossing. I did not complete it. My husband actually got to end game on it. I'm pretty impressed with him on that. But it looked like a lot of fun. So again, Sue and Pam from Stitching in the Land of Good Enough good enough of both working on the SAL with me, which is making it even more fun. This is the last cross stitch that I have to show that I've actually worked on, but it's two, and it is a finish and a start. So this is from Cottage Needleworks, I believe. And I'm not quite sure, but I have two pairs of glasses going right here. And 3 months are out right now. So we have January, oops, sorry about the glare. January, the pictures are super teeny tiny, even in person, they're very hard to see. February, and I just got March in the mail. So, March. This is, again, they sent the kit, so month 1, they sent fabric for 6 months worth, and then probably June we get the next fabric for the next 6 months. It is on 16 count beautiful beige. And I have January, all done. Look how cute that came out. And I've started February. So just a little start on February. Look at how cute that is coming out. Now, because I'm stitching them in the month that they are, these will be on display for next year. I am hoping to actually fully finish them. I saw a little tutorial on Instagram. Was it Goose, I think? I'm sorry if I'm getting that wrong. But on Instagram, I started following them, and there's a great little tutorial on that on how to get these set up to go into the frame. I think I'm just going to use one frame and alternate them out. I don't want to buy 12 frames and then just keep putting them away. But we'll see how easy it is to do. If it's too hard to do, then maybe I'll do the 12 frames if I can get them cheap enough. My next item is not anything I've actually cross-stitched yet. It is the Sense and Sensibility SAL. That is starting on the 13th. And I got my pack in the mail, which came with this cute little book. If you got her kit, and it came with a little bookmark for reading the book, but I have read the book a million times. I will probably listen to it on Audible while I'm stitching. She gave you a little needle, which is super sweet. In this little book, well, it's more of a journal. It has some information on the kit, and it gives you the schedule, which is really neat. And it also gives you just some places to write down notes. And then she dyed the fabric. I did get the Ada. My friend Sue's doing this also. She did not get her hands on a kit. I had some even weave available, and I had the right color Ritz dye. So I did dye her up some even weave for her to do hers with. And then I have just all the flosses. And I'm all set for the 13th. When she releases clue number 1, we'll be able to get started on that. But this bag is my only bag I have that I did not make myself. When Sue was over here stitching, she made 2 bags, and this is one of the ones she made that she gave to me. So I'm using this bag from Sue. Isn't it beautiful? It just has just the right vibe for Sense and Sensibility, I think. Nope. Don't want to lose my needle. While I was dyeing fabric for Sue's Sense and Sensibility, I had everything out. I decided to dye up a little bit more fabric. I am thinking about doing the Halloween Quaker SAL with Michelle over at Michelle Bendy Stitchy. She started this a while ago and she is slowly plugging away. And she thought maybe doing a SAL with some friends would get her motivated to work on it. I believe she's going to try and set up some Zoom chats. I had it all kitted up and ready to go. I just didn't have any fabric for it. So I decided I had this piece of fabric and it was just some white Aida 18 count, and I dyed it on up. I'm thinking, as much as I really am not in love with this completely lighter area, if you actually look at it, once the witch and everything is stitched over it, I think it will be perfect. So I'm not playing with it. I'm not adding more color. This is where I'm leaving it. And we shall see how it turns out. Now that is actually, oh, no, we've got some more haul. It's hiding. I got my Stitchy box in the mail. This is my December Stitchy box. This was what they called a color of the month, and every month was a different color. Now I went back on and there were no more other colors. This was the last one they did, was December, but I loved this so much I was going to order another one. They have other boxes that they do, they just don't do that one. Oh, and here is the fabric I dyed for Sue. She's coming over today to get it. So you can see a little bit of the difference between how even weave and how Aida absorbs color. So these were both dyed with the same color, but I think close enough. And she should love it. So this is my Stitchy box. I'm not going to go through it one item at a time because I did an unboxing. So if you want to see the unboxing, check out my channel. And this was the turquoise color of the month countdown, and there's a coupon code, so I'm going to cover the coupon code. And it came with a piece of 14 count Aida. Look how pretty that is. And it's amazing how many different colored flosses you can get when it still all falls under turquoise. I'm sorry, it got dark in here again. I have all the windows open, but I think the clouds came out. So here are these different flosses. Look at how pretty those are. And we have some Gentle Arts, some Flower Silk by Stitchy Box, some Forbidden Fiber Co. So all different brands and types. A little bit of finishing materials. And then a few bead packs. All aqua themed. Like I said, I would have absolutely gone on and ordered another month, but they stopped doing this. They have done different countdown boxes, so of course I had to go do a different countdown box. And the trash man is here, so I apologize for the noise. And the dog's playing with his toy, so we've got extra noise going on right now. That is it for all the cross stitch. Before I move on to the knitting, let's find out who won the bags. So the winner for the bag with the floss on the outside is going to be the Sea Dragon's Lair. So the Sea Dragon's Lair, shoot me an email, it's listed below, and give me your contact information. Again, the rules that I mentioned last time is you do have to be 18 or older, or you can't legally give me your address, and that address needs to be in the continental United States. I do have to pay for all this mailing out of my own pocket, and that's really all I can afford right now. So if the Sea Dragon's Lair, if you're 18 or older and you live in the United States, shoot me an email with your mailing address and I will get this out to you. If I don't hear back from you, not my next video because I think I'm going to do that next week, but the video after that, you have till then to get in touch with me. Otherwise, I'll just redraw for that. And then for the blue bag with the floss on the inside, the winner for that is Stitching in the Stacks. So Stitching in the Stacks, again, if you are 18 or older and you live in the United States, shoot me an email with your contact information so that I can mail you out the bag. And now what I need is I need a winner for the 500 subscriber giveaway. And again, it is the little needle book, the little notions pouch, the medium bag, and the big bag. So comment below. What are we going to have you comment this time? Comment 500. The numbers 500, not the word 500, but somehow put 500 below, and I will draw again, not this coming Wednesday, because if I record this coming Wednesday, it's going to just be a little mini one, but the Wednesday after that, I will draw a name, and one person will win this whole stack. Again, you must be 18 or older. Please, you need to live in the continental United States. Again, this channel is not monetized, so all this fabric and time and shipping come out of my own pocket. Also, please do not say giveaway, do not say free. If any of that is in the comments below, I do have to delete it. We want to make sure somebody who actually stitches and uses this stuff finds this video. If you put free or giveaway, there are people who can just research those words and then they just find sites to enter the giveaways. So the only other thing I have left to show is knitting. I have a work in progress, and then I have a new start that I haven't actually started yet, and I shouldn't be starting, but I am going to start. So, and I do try not to say so, but I will still continue to say so as much as I try not to. This is my Land of Sweet cowl. I cannot pronounce the word cow. It comes out C-O-W, but it's really C-O-W-L. And I was here the last time I showed this, but here it is. I am using my Ginger Snap That Advent yarn. I am trying not to color control, which means I'm just randomly grabbing a color and not going in and looking and picking the one I think will look best next. I'm going to use all 24, so they're going to fall wherever they fall. This has been a lot of fun. It goes between doing a few sections of lace, and then you get some nice easy sections to kind of rest on. And this is where I am at now. I believe the pattern says I'm about 60% done. This is a little slow going because I bring it to work with me and I work on it for about 30 minutes every morning before I start my day, and then it gets put away and I don't usually touch it again until the next day. But I may keep this at home and work on it a little bit more here and bring my new start to work. I have decided I want to start the Musselburgh hat. Kay from the Crazy Sock Lady is on, I believe she's starting her third hat. And it looks so relaxing and so fun, and it seems like it would be a really good work project because once you get past the increases, it's just straight stockinette stitch over and over again. And I love straight stockinette stitch. I do not mind arm island or sleeve island when I'm on them. I find it so relaxing. So I'm gonna start this today. I have to start it today. My friend Sue, I said, is coming over to pick up her fabric, and there are some increases you have to do, and the directions are kind of a make your own adventure type directions. You use the fabric, I have words. You use the yarn that you choose, and you take that yarn and needles, and then you find your stitch gauge, and then you decide where to go from there. And my friend Sue, who's coming over, is a phenomenal knitter. She makes the most incredible stuff. She's been knitting her entire life. Pam, if you're watching, bring your knitting to the retreat in November. Sue will help you. She is amazing. There isn't anything you can mess up that she can't fix for you. So think about your knitting projects. I know it's a cross-stitch retreat, but bring your knitting and we will have Sue do a knitting night with us. But anyways, this is the Musselburgh hat. And I was, for a little while, part of the Yarnables subscription from Hypnotic Yarns. And I heard that opened up again today. I am thinking about rejoining it. I did give it a little break when this whole COVID thing started, and I didn't know how work was going to go, and I got rid of my day job. But I am using, I don't know what month this was, but it's past the sweet potatoes. And this is fingering weight, 85% superwash merino, 15% nylon. Look at how beautiful this is. I don't know if I can get my screen any brighter. There we go, a little bit brighter. Look at how pretty that is. So this is what I'm going to make the hat out of. And again, it's a Yarnable subscription, but she also has just regular yarn that she does under Hypnotic Yarns. And it's past the sweet potatoes. The fun thing about her subscription box is she does put a few little extra doodads in it, but you get to choose whether you want 1 skein of yarn or 2 skeins of yarn, and you get to choose if you want fingering weight or DK weight. So you can kind of make that box your own on how you go. I was doing 2 skeins of fingering weight before, but I think if I do rejoin, I'm going to go with 1 skein of fingering weight, because you can always make socks. And if you don't like that month's subscription, you can always make socks for somebody else. You can also sneak peek. And if you don't like that month's subscription, you can skip that month. I don't like to sneak peek. I like the mystery of not knowing what it looks like until you open the box. And I was just on her site. You can also go and check past months, see if you like kind of her style before you decide. She is not always open to new subscriptions. I think she only does it like 3 or 4 times a year. So if it's something you're interested in, you need to go do it now. I am not an affiliate. I am just a very happy customer. So she does not, I'm sure, watch cross-stitch videos. She is a knitter, and she does not know I am putting this out there, but I thoroughly enjoyed being part of that subscription, so I do highly recommend it. That is everything I believe I have for today. Oh, I took notes because I always get done and then remember there was something I wanted to say. So I have bought myself a little notebook to keep notes throughout the week, because after 2 weeks is gone, you don't remember what you've done. And I believe that is everything. So until I see you next time, happy crafting.